And good morning to everyone. It is Wednesday and it is July the 30th, and time for another few words. I'm back home again from a time with family for the last 2.5 weeks or so, and happy to be back home. And yet, what a blessing it was for me to spend time with my family, my sister and my brother, um, and his family. It's a during that time, I had a chance to certainly relax, take it easy, let things leak out of my head a little bit, and come back hopefully restored and renewed and ready to pick up the challenge once again of ministry and of trying to be the best I can be for as many people as I can. Uh, the thought I want to leave with us is a very simple one today, and hopefully it's a simple one anyway. When I was visiting my brother, he has, I don't know, a zillion gadgets and connections, TV things, and he showed some back AGT, America Got Talent shows. And one of the shows he showed that he put on the television was from 2021, and it was about a young woman named Jane Marzuski, who called herself singing professionally Nightbird. And it struck me, I'm not that impressed a lot of times with stories that come out on television. You don't know, but this one really was a powerful moment. It was a powerful personality. This young woman who came and well, in her audition, she was asked by one of the judges, "How are you?" She says, "I'm doing well, uh, mostly well." But she says, "Well, what does that mean?" She says, "Well, I have still cancer in my back and my liver and my kidneys, whatever." She had cancer all over, and she'd been battling it for 3 or 4 years. And she decided to sing, and she made an original song called "It's Okay," you know, very positive, very upbeat. And she made a couple of statements that still is with me, so I share it with you. Once again, if you haven't had a chance, you can look her up on YouTube. That's what I did when I got back home. Looked her up just to make sure I got everything kind of straight. Um, she won a Golden Buzzer by Simon Cowell at that time at her audition, and very moving story and very moving song. Um, but she made a comment. We can't allow ourselves to be defined by the bad things that happen to us. You know, she went on to say that the doctors had told her she had about a 2% chance of survival, and she said, 2%. It's not 0%. And I wish I could tell you how amazing that is. 2%. The hope that it gives. How many of us, instead of being hopeful, would be thoroughly discouraged. And we allow ourselves. We have bad things that happen in our life, and we allow those things to transform us, to change us. We allow those things to overwhelm us. We allow those things to put us in a situation where we're ready to throw in the towel. No throwing in the towel. No getting discouraged. No giving up. We as a people of faith are called to be as this Nightbird singer was, as Jane was, this young woman who I think she was 30 or so, who decided that nothing was going to take away her joy of life. Not that she wasn't going to wait until the end to say something good about the life she lived. She was happy with life. Every moment of it was precious and special to her. And how she rejoiced in the fact of the struggle even. And that the bad things of sickness, the bad things of loss. And the same in our own life. Those things happen. That's life. Life is full of sadness. It's full of sorrow. But we cannot allow those things to overwhelm us. We must still look with faith, with hope, and to see this person, the struggle she had to go through, singing in front of all those people, knowing that this was the last year of her life. And matter of fact, she wasn't able to continue, even though she got the gold buzzer, she wasn't able to continue the auditions, or she wasn't able to go to the live show because her sickness continued to increase, and she eventually died on February 19, 2022, before her next performance on America Got Talent. Brought sadness to everyone, but at the same time, a reminder to us of the height and the depth and the strength of the human spirit. May we find that same spirit in each of our own lives. Never allow yourselves to get discouraged because of things that go on in life and things that go on in the world. There's evil in the world. We know it, but we don't let it dictate who we are and who we become. We don't live our lives in fear or in worry or distress or discouragement or despair. We kind of arise and allow our faith to help us overcome those things. It doesn't mean that bad things will not continue to be with us, but we see them as opportunities to draw closer to the God in our life and to draw closer to the people that God gives us in our life as well. We are agents and instruments of God's love and witness of His and giving testimony to the faith that we say we profess. May everything that we say and everything that we do exude that hope, that joy, that peace, and the gift of God's love in our life, so that we can pass it on to someone other than ourselves. May that be our testimony. May that be our witness. May that be what people remember us for. Hope, peace, joy, and God's love in our life, shared with others and passing it on, not just keeping it to ourselves, not being afraid, but being courageously living the gospel. Mary, Help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, Help of Christians, pray for you. God bless you all, and hope to see you next week. Bye-bye now.